Smoke detectors can indeed be fed from a circuit other than a bedroom circuit. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, doesn't mandate a dedicated circuit solely for smoke detectors, though it's often recommended for reliability. What the NEC does stipulate is the strategic placement of smoke detectors, requiring them outside each separate sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the bedrooms. The code also emphasizes the importance of interconnecting these detectors, so if one detects smoke, they all sound an alarm. However, there's no explicit rule demanding that all interconnected smoke detectors be powered by the same circuit. Regarding arc fault circuit interrupter, or AFCI, protection, the answer is no. The circuit supplying smoke detectors doesn't necessarily need AFCI protection if it isn't a bedroom circuit. AFCI protection is primarily intended for 120 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp branch circuits that feed outlets or devices within dwelling units, with bedrooms being a key area of concern. The NEC specifically addresses AFCI requirements and carves out an exception for smoke detector circuits. According to Article 210.12d, smoke detectors are exempt from the AFCI protection mandate. This means smoke detectors can be powered by a circuit without AFCI protection, regardless of whether the circuit serves areas other than bedrooms. In summary, while a dedicated circuit for smoke detectors is a good practice, the NEC doesn't make it compulsory. Furthermore, circuits powering smoke detectors are specifically excluded from AFCI protection requirements, allowing flexibility in how they are wired within a home. This approach is based on the critical nature of smoke detectors and the need to minimize any potential for nuisance tripping that could disable them. Consider a scenario where other devices on the circuit, such as a vacuum cleaner or older appliances, might generate arc faults, leading to the AFCI tripping. If smoke detectors were on the same circuit, they would also be disabled, compromising safety. The exemption from AFCI requirements for smoke detector circuits is intended to ensure their continuous operation. When installing or maintaining smoke detectors, it is always best to adhere to the guidelines of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, as well as any local codes that may be more stringent. It's also crucial to ensure that smoke detectors are properly installed, tested regularly, and replaced as recommended by the manufacturer, typically every 10 years. Interconnected smoke detectors offer enhanced protection, as they provide early warning throughout the house, regardless of where the fire originates. The interconnection can be achieved through hardwiring or wireless technology, depending on the specific detectors and installation. The choice of circuit for smoke detectors should also consider factors like reliability and accessibility. While a dedicated circuit offers the highest level of assurance, it may not always be feasible or necessary. A well-chosen, non-AFCI protected circuit can provide adequate power and minimize the risk of accidental shutdowns. The importance of regular testing cannot be overstated. Smoke detectors should be tested monthly to verify their functionality. This involves pressing the test button and confirming that the alarm sounds. It's also essential to clean smoke detectors regularly to remove dust and debris that can interfere with their operation. Vacuuming the detectors with a soft brush attachment is a simple way to maintain their effectiveness. Battery-powered smoke detectors require periodic battery replacement. The recommendation is to replace batteries at least once a year, or whenever the detector emits a low battery warning chirp. Some smoke detectors have sealed batteries that last for the life of the detector, eliminating the need for battery replacement. In addition to proper installation and maintenance, it is crucial to have a fire escape plan in place. Everyone in the household should know the escape routes and meeting point outside the house. Practicing fire drills regularly can help ensure that everyone knows what to do in the event of a fire. Consider also the different types of smoke detectors available. Ionization smoke detectors are generally more responsive to flaming fires, while photoelectric smoke detectors are more responsive to smoldering fires. Many homes now use dual sensor smoke detectors that combine both ionization and photoelectric technologies, providing comprehensive protection against both types of fires. When selecting smoke detectors, look for models that meet the standards of Underwriters Laboratories, or UL, and are listed by a recognized testing laboratory. The UL listing indicates that the detectors have been tested and meet safety standards. Also, consider installing carbon monoxide or CO detectors in addition to smoke detectors. CO is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. CO detectors alert occupants to the presence of CO, allowing them to evacuate the premises and seek medical attention. The placement of CO detectors is similar to that of smoke detectors, with recommendations for installation outside sleeping areas and on every level of the home. When it comes to electrical work, including the installation of smoke detectors, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you're not comfortable doing the work yourself. A licensed electrician can ensure that the wiring is done correctly and safely, and that the smoke detectors are properly connected and functioning. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, undergoes regular revisions to incorporate new technologies and address emerging safety concerns. Staying up to date on the latest NEC requirements is essential for ensuring electrical safety in your home. Local building codes may also have additional requirements that must be followed. These codes may vary depending on the jurisdiction, so it's important to check with your local building department for specific guidance. Consider also the impact of renovations or additions on smoke detector placement. Whenever you make changes to the layout of your home, it's important to re-evaluate the placement of smoke detectors to ensure that they continue to provide adequate coverage. Adding new bedrooms or sleeping areas will likely require the installation of additional smoke detectors. The interconnection of smoke detectors is particularly important in larger homes or others with multiple levels. When smoke is detected on one level, all of the interconnected detectors will sound an alarm, providing early warning to occupants on other levels. This can be especially crucial at night when people are sleeping. The use of wireless interconnected smoke detectors has become increasingly popular, as they eliminate the need for running wires between detectors. Wireless detectors communicate with each other via radio frequency, making installation easier and more flexible. However, it's important to choose wireless detectors that are reliable and have a long battery life. Regularly testing wireless detectors is also essential to ensure that they are communicating properly. Remember that smoke detectors are a critical component of home safety. Proper installation, maintenance, and regular testing can significantly reduce the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. By following the guidelines of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local building codes, you can ensure that your home is adequately protected. If you have any questions or concerns about smoke detector installation or maintenance, consult with a qualified electrician or fire safety professional. They can provide expert advice and assistance to help you create a safe and secure home environment. Finally, familiarize yourself with the different types of fire extinguishers and their appropriate uses. Having a fire extinguisher readily available can help you put out small fires before they spread. Make sure everyone in the household knows how to use a fire extinguisher properly. The three classes of fire extinguishers are Class A for ordinary combustibles like wood and paper, Class B for flammable liquids like gasoline and oil, and Class C for electrical fires. Using the wrong type of fire extinguisher can be dangerous, so it's important to choose the right one for the type of fire. In conclusion, smoke detectors are a vital part of home safety. Understanding the NEC requirements for smoke detector circuits, including the exemption from AFCI protection, is essential for ensuring proper installation and maintenance. By following these guidelines and regularly testing your smoke detectors, you can significantly reduce the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. It is also advisable to consult with qualified professionals for any electrical work or fire safety concerns. The aim is to ensure that your home is a safe environment for you and your family. Remember to consider the placement, interconnection, and maintenance of smoke detectors, as well as the importance of having a fire escape plan and working fire extinguishers. By taking these steps, you can create a comprehensive fire safety strategy that protects your home and loved ones. Do not forget that prevention is key. Regularly inspect your home for potential fire hazards, such as overloaded electrical outlets, frayed wires, and flammable materials stored near heat sources. By addressing these hazards proactively, you can reduce the risk of a fire starting in the first place. Staying informed about fire safety and taking preventative measures is a continuous process. Make it a habit to review your fire safety plan regularly and update it as needed. By doing so, you can ensure that your home remains a safe and secure environment for years to come. And remember, in the event of a fire, the most important thing is to get out safely and call for help. Do not hesitate to evacuate the premises and dial emergency services immediately. Your safety and the safety of your loved ones are the top priorities. Always practice fire safety.